Booyah. All's good except for I lost my sponge again. And it's black, so when it hits the carpet, or any shelf in between here in the carpet. Oh, there it is. Booyah, all is well. I got double successes. We've created repositories on GitHub. Was I even recording? I think I recorded that. I went right through it without any real... I've been spinning my wheels on that pretty much all morning, but I feel good now. So close, 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 close. Alright, let's go. Actually, I just want to refresh that one. Got 8 repositories. Chapter 6, Chapter 5, Chapter 7. They're all named different. Like the naming convention on them's completely different. Chapter 6, Chapter 5, Chapter 7. Alright, whatever. They're all majority JavaScript. Updated 4 minutes ago, updated an hour ago, updated 17 hours ago. Alright, so we finally figured this out. I've got, apart from the code files they give you, I mean, these are the code files. I've just got a backup now. So that'll help. Now all I've got to do is pull them down from here to the, I kind of want to, I can change what's pinned, but I'll worry about that later. I'll probably pin these to the home page because a lot of this other stuff isn't. I mean, I use that, I don't know, whatever. I haven't used that in a long time. First harness, yeah, that's a PHP something. I have to look at it to remember. 2 years ago. I didn't write it, so I think it doesn't say it's a fork. I don't know, that was a PHP project I used. Resume, I need to update that. This one I remember using was for the role-playing game. He's got a MySQL database schema that it's probably one of the better ones I've seen. It actually had some good examples and a lot of stuff pre-made in it. Anyways, so those are the 3 main ones. I'd probably end up pinning those on my home page at some point, but it's not what I'm worried about right now. What I am worried about is getting any of those to work. Actually, I feel like taking a break. I've been stuck on that all morning. I kind of want to think about the next step. It'll probably be running the server. It'll probably be trying to run 6 as a midpoint. I might run 5 again just to make sure everything else is running smooth. But I kind of want to make a checklist for each chapter. You can take this code, like make the README file the checklist that it took me to get that to run, along with the video that would match that working. So that's the general plan, but we'll see what the next step in getting that to go in is. Which is cognitive thought. So what do you think about doing here? So now we have, I guess it's because I turned that server off. That's where I should really go next, but I hate just turning it on and off, so I kind of want to think about what I'm doing before I go there. If I'm close on my time, it might be a good time to take a break and just reboot everything. But maybe not. Let's see. The broadcasting software actually gives me a read on this. Yeah, CPU is good. We don't have any memory leaks apparently. We're going like 39%, 30 frames per second, green light. Streaming, recording, and we're at 11 minutes on this recording. Alright, so what can we do to basically ride the clock before we reboot the server? Or do we want to just go ahead and reboot the server? We're on a good screen. Let's see what's in the trash can. Can we take the trash out? This is our old chapter 6, yeah. We've still got this one on the desktop, and we've got 3 at the in the GitHub. Empty the trash. That's what I got running. This is broadcasting. We've got 3 tabs there. the book, the music, the GitHub, the music, and the book. So which one's playing our music? This was live. So what's this one got? This one's not playing live. Let's do this then. Consolidate our windows. Or at least divide them. Get our workspace cleaned up a little bit here. Alright. Broadcasting, double windows. This is probably what we'll do, is clean up the playlist. I don't know that we really made progress on anything. Chapter 7, episode 49. We're gonna make this, we didn't do anything about managing authentication. Let's say GitHub.com. That's what we've been working on all morning. But the rest of this actually is what we're trying to get to. Actually, that's another episode anyways, 49. I got two 49s. So this will become 50. But, yeah, I'll probably end up just copying this down there. Trying to go through a checklist of what we could do to make this work. I knew that everything we did would, like, I've not really used GitHub for version control before. But at least we can use it as a starting point, because I knew the more I played around with this, the further I'd get from something, like the more chance I run of introducing bugs, just trying to guess and figure it out, and then I won't remember what I've changed. So I figured it'd be a good time to start playing around with some version controls, and the best thing to put on GitHub would be what doesn't have the like the keys, the API keys and the secrets. I'm trying to keep those from being public while I play around with this stuff. I'll probably eventually publish a video that does show them, but they won't be live, and I'll reset them before I publish it. So that being said, I'm just trying to get a game plan for this for 15 minutes. Our checklist looks pretty good. This is just like our virtual 8 o'clock Thursday morning. About halfway through this 6-day work week. So we've completed the first 3 days, and we're trying to get code to run from chapter 5, 6, and 7. And we've got base copies of that code on GitHub. So that being said, I think we can close brackets for a minute. Save changes, yes. So we'll do 2 books over here with GitHub. And the music, consolidate all that down. That's really all we got going. That and the, we still got 10 minutes. Audio, desktop audio. I got it coming through the headset. So that way, it makes me wonder on our mic check again. So is their music coming through my headphones? I mean, it is, but is that, wait. Maybe you guys can't hear the music anymore. I need to watch my episodes to find out what's going on with my audio. So that's not changing, yeah. That's weird. So I thought that's what I was doing I've got a guest coming. Actually, my niece was a guest this weekend, was on the show doing her free code camp. But see, that's back on desktop audio. I'll show you. It's my production screen. What I'm playing with is these audio tracks here at the bottom. So right now, it looks like you're getting my desktop audio that I'm listening to from YouTube. But desktop audio. No, it's over here on this other screen. I can't show you that. Well, I can. I don't want to, because it's not important. This goes from the computer monitors, or the TV speakers, back to my headsets, so I can hear the same music here, but it looks like it's, now as that comes, so that's my speaking, but it's not showing the music there at all, so you just can't hear the music now. So I'm a little confused. I want to keep an eye on that. Again, this is just a video log, and I don't know that I'll ever go back and watch them, but it's a reference point if I have to. It's come in handy more often than not to have the videos have quickly proven themselves useful. I'll put them on a loop and go back and watch myself, kind of learn from observing what I was working on at the time. Max headroom. Wait, I'd have to make it bigger. That's all I get. It's that little window because it fades the way it fades out. All right, whatever. There's the lamp. That's funny. It picks up the lamp in front of me because it's on the top layer. It's not repeated on the other ones. Okay, whatever. It's not what we're here for. Stop streaming. Stop recording. Whatever. I don't care if you can hear the music on these. I can hear it. I might want to turn it down. I was trying to turn it down for you guys, but it doesn't look like it's there at all. So I'm not going to worry about it. If it was coming through, because I thought this would be my oh, that's right. It's not my guest. No, when I'm doing the guest, it seems like we both come through on that one, and then I've got to throw it through because I don't know, it's weird. I got it right. There's a way to do it without getting a feedback loop. But getting all the settings right at the same time are a little bit perplexing. Alright, so we got 6 minutes left in the episode. What we can do that's useful to ride the clock before we end up this episode. Put production back over here on the other screen, get that out of the way. Let's look at Twitch. That might be fun. I also want to look at what I've got in the recordings files. I should just have this one. This is, since I finally got all the GitHub to work, that's going to be the first episode I really want to upload. Oh, these are all 9/11 though. I know those first three are worthless. 240. That's the episode we're on. My niece doesn't want me to show these yet, but I'm going to keep them just for historical reference. She's got another 4 years till she graduates, but if she makes any progress on coding, she might appreciate going back and looking at a first weekend's episode, or like first exposure to like H1 tags and paragraph tags. So, anyways, that's there. I don't know if she ever lets me publish it, I will, but it's the recordings are not about the audience directly. Hopefully it creates a feedback loop where you guys see my mistakes and help me get over the humps faster. That's when I say I saw the returns quickly. Being able to record a 25-minute episode and put it up on Stack Overflow in response to some people trying to help me really help me. It's the help me help you, the Jerry Maguire moment. Show me the Quan. It was the, letting them see what I'm trying to do on the screen, letting them hear me think out loud, and keeping it in tight segments was very functional. Just kind of keeping yourself accountable and clocking in, even if you don't know exactly what you're going to. And that's another thing, so many developers working for somebody else. That's the advantage of freelance. There's a lot of time left in discontinuity between what the frontline developer's working on and what the upper management's trying to figure out. When you're both, you get to have that fight with yourself, and you feel like you're just riding the clock, digging through getting carpal tunnel syndrome, just working on what they told you to work on because they told you to work on it. Versus, if it was up to me, we'd be working on this. It's like, well, once you freelance, you get to decide what that is. So for now, for me, it's working on education in 25-minute segments. So for me, riding the clock is now thinking out loud about what my next step is, what my next move is. So we cleared that out. I'm gonna upload this as the only video for today. We've got copies of all these to work on. I'm not worried about resetting the node. Let's get a TeamViewer going. That's what I need to work on. Let's get TeamViewer launched again. And I've had good luck with this. Once that's what I didn't. Yeah, it's not showing that anymore. It was putting my ID up on the screen every time I launched. Not running on the other partner. Okay, that means the tower's been turned off. I guess I can turn it on. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Even if we don't get to it this episode, we'll be working on that tower. Okay, there it goes. It's starting up. They're right next to each other. I can see all the monitors. I can see 2 monitors from this one. And there goes 1 monitor from that one. Then I can switch mice. I can switch to the other mouse if I need to. There we go. So you can't see that now. Turtle PC has signed in. Connect to partner. There we go. TeamViewer's up. Okay, minimize. Alright, all that's safe for production. So here is now our Windows 7 machine. And that's what we need to do. Now that we've got all those up on GitHub, this is the server we're going to be running them on. That was the problem this morning. I did a lot of the preliminary stuff practicing with GitHub yesterday and didn't publish those videos, which is kind of why it was so important to get this one in the books. It's just a GitHub episode, so to speak, and it finally went smooth. So I just recorded that process, and we're going to keep that. If I have a day where this is all just loading, but if I have a day when I forget how to do that process, I can come back here and condense that to notes, which might be another episode, an episode of me condensing the notes from an episode. There we go. That's better for production. It's still booting this up for some reason. Windows Explorer. Fine. Close it. Okay, there we go. That's what I was expecting. It locked up on Windows Explorer from the last time it was open. There's our Wi-Fi. Shouldn't show that on there probably. Whatever. Skynet 3 internet access. Obviously named after the Terminator series. So what do we need next? We need our browser. So we've still got chapter 7 here. We could play with that one. That's the only one that's got the APIs in it. The social network keys, so to speak. So I want to go to our Git stuff. Your repositories. Oh, 26 minutes. That's the episode. So here's what we really needed. That's what we've been trying to get to the whole time, is figure out how to do this. Booyah. So now I can download these repositories to the Windows 7 machine from scratch and have a good starting point. And I can also, more importantly, if I get stuck and need to reference them back in a Stack Overflow question, I can give them a specific repository of the code I'm working on. I can also practice with, what's the word I'm looking for? Version history. I can make changes on here of everything I'm still public, so I don't want to put the stuff that would expose how to hack into them. But I can make a checklist where that's the only thing I've got to change. And we'll have a video diary of what I've done in each chapter to get to that point. So that being said, I guess we'll wrap up this episode and I'll go get something to drink, stretch my legs a little bit, and figure out where to start. I think we got chapter 5 working, so maybe we'll start there. We'll just confirm that we can get that going again. And then we'll probably go ahead and play with 6, see if we can't get 6 working. And that'll, if we can get 6 working, that'll tell me if it's in the OAuth stuff that we're stuck, or if it's in the Angular that we're stuck. Yeah, so see you soon. Stop recording. I'm gonna go ahead and stop streaming. It breaks up those auto updates for Twitch.